Salty seawater won't quench your thirst, and drinking too much can even lead to death by dehydration. But if salt water is still water, why can't we drink it? The answer to that question is actually pretty straightforward. Salt water is simply too salty for our kidneys to manage. Approximately 3.5% of seawater's weight comes from dissolved salt. If all the salt in the oceans were removed and spread over every land surface on Earth, the salty layer would tower more than 500 feet high, about as tall as a 40-story office building. The saltiness, or salinity, of seawater is too high for humans to safely process, as our cells require water in a relatively pure form. What happens when you drink salt water is you ingest a lot of salt that the body now needs to wash out. It does this in the form of urine, which the kidneys produce by dissolving impurities in excess water, which is then sent to the bladder to be eliminated. But the kidneys can only produce urine that is less salty than our blood, and salt water contains more than 3 times the amount of salt that is normally present in human blood. This means that for every cup of salt water you drink, you'd need to drink at least the same volume of water in order for your kidneys to flush out all that salt. You might say, why not just drink more salt water? But then you're just left with more salt that you'd then have to flush with even more water. So salt water can never quench your thirst and can only make you more thirstier. Desalination. Desalination is an artificial process by which saline water, generally seawater, is converted to fresh water. Generally, there are 2 main types of desalination. One is thermal technology, which include distillation. Second one is membrane technology, which include reverse osmosis and electrodialysis. Reverse osmosis is most widely used method and very efficient one. In reverse osmosis desalination, water is taken from the sea and receives a first treatment to eliminate impurities, oil, seaweed, rubbish, and so on. Once free of organic substances, the saltwater can be subjected to reverse osmosis. After the filtering, we have 2 streams, one brine and the other fresh water. The brine solution is diluted before being returned to the sea, avoiding high concentrations of salt which could harm the ecosystem. The fresh water passes through a re-mineralization and chlorination process, after which it is stored in tanks and then sent to the distribution network for consumption.